welcome back to Morning Coffee. I am here with another 2020 video for you, all about organization, productivity, goal getting, and personal growth. And today we are talking about my 2020 reading list. Now, I haven't always been an avid reader. Post-college, I kind of avoided reading like the plague. I'm sure if you went to college or a technical school, you probably experienced something similar where like you were just so used to having to read all of these things that you had to read. And so you kind of weren't all that keen on the idea of reading for fun. But at the end of 2018, I finally got back into the practice and I started reading personal growth books. And honestly, it was a huge game changer for me. I'm the kind of person that sets aside like 10 minutes every day to read. I don't usually find myself having long spans of hours to read, but as I always say, big things happen little by little. So reading for 10 minutes a day during the week really has helped me kind of expand my mind, become a better person, and work towards goals in my life. I wrote a blog post all about my 2019 reading list and some of the updates that I made to that list throughout the year. I'm going to link those blog posts below in case you are interested in learning more about the books that I read last year. And you know what? I'm actually going to go grab one. I'm going to tell you about my favorite book that I read in 2019. Hang on. Okay. My favorite book from 2019 was Gretchen Rubin's Happiness Project. And this is actually a great book to read at the beginning of the year. It's perfect for the start of 2020. She took a whole year to explore different topics of her happiness, one each month. So for example, in January, she starts out with like energy and health and wellness. So this is actually a great option for you to start your reading list in 2020. If you don't read anything else in 2020, going through this book and really implementing some of the things that she talks about would be a fantastic way to read in 2020. First on my list for 2020, I already have the book. This is Good Morning, Good Life by Amy Landino. Amy has a channel here on YouTube. I will link it below. This is her second book. I read her first one. It was all about starting a YouTube channel, which I'm putting to good use right now. And this book is all about setting up a morning routine. I talked about this in my assumptions video, but I'm not actually a morning person. I tend to be a little bit more of a night owl, but a goal for myself in 2020 is going to be to set up a morning routine, get up a little earlier, shift my evening productive time to the morning. And I'm going to be doing some more videos on that to kind of update you on how it's going and how I'm making the process work and all of that. But this book is going to be the start to that. There's actually a planner that comes along with this. I don't have it yet, but I do plan to order it and work through it as I read the book. So I will be sure to post all videos about all things morning routines, but this is the first book I'll be reading in 2020. I do read most of my personal growth books for my personal life, but I will be reading for my professional life as well. This book was given to me by my boss, and this is so right up my alley. I'm super excited to read this. Getting Things Done, The Art of Stress-Free Productivity by David Allen. I'm a bit of a productivity fanatic. I love reading and consuming information about how to do things better and more efficiently. So this book I will be reading in 2020 to find some strategies to hopefully work more productively and efficiently. One of the books that I will be working on reading in 2020 is The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. The book is actually laid out with one little passage every single day. So there's 365 passages in there. It usually starts with a quote from the Stoics, and then it kind of explains that quote into sort of modern day language and modern day situations, context around what that means today. I feel like this would be a totally awesome thing to incorporate into my morning routine, reading one tiny passage in the morning to kind of set perspective and tone for the rest of my day. So I will be working on that for the entire year of 2020. Also on my list are two other books from Gretchen Rubin. Because I loved Happiness Project so freaking much, I want to read two of the others that she has in her repertoire. I would like to read Better Than Before, which is all about continuous improvement, which is going to be so important to being a better me in 2020, and Outer Order, Inner Calm, which is about kind of organization, like spatial organization. In 2020, I want to be working on organizing the storage spaces in my house. So this book kind of fits right in to that goal. I do want to read some more books about business type topics, entrepreneurial type topics, about like personal branding and things like that to kind of go in with my YouTube channel and my blog and kind of all the things I'm trying to create with Morning Coffee. So to do that, I'm going to be reading Crushing It, How Great Entrepreneurs Build Their Business and Influence and How You Can Too by Gary Vaynerchuk, as well as Everything is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo. By the way, all of these books will be linked down below and the people who wrote them, so that if anything in here sounds interesting to you, you can just click right there and learn more. Also, in relation to business type topics, entrepreneurial type topics, I want to read The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. This is all about being a content creator and how to, live creatively and write creatively, create creatively. Is that a thing? Create creatively? I think so. If you saw my 2020 word of the year, you know that create is my 2020 word of the year. So this book is specifically going to help me with that theme for my year. Another book that I will be reading for work purposes is Hug Your Customers, The Proven Way to Personalize Sales and Achieve Astounding Results. I am in the sales industry and it's something that doesn't necessarily come naturally to me. So I want to read books in 2020 that kind of help with the interpersonal communication between me and a customer so that I make sure that I'm taking really good care of them, but also effectively selling what we have to sell. So I will be reading that book for work in 2020. The last set of books that I will be reading are all about financial topics. I have some financial goals that I'd like to hit in 2020, and I've really come to realize how important it is when you're working on a goal is you need to surround yourself with content based around that goal. So if you want to be more frugal, you have to be consuming content with that mindset. A few money-related books that I will be reading in 2020 are You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero, 9 Steps to Financial Freedom by Susie Orman, and then I will actually be rereading Love Your Life, Not Yours, Love Your Life, Not Theirs by Rachel Cruz. She is Dave Ramsey's daughter. You might have heard of Dave Ramsey. He's like a financial guru. He's a little outdated and unrelatable to me, but his daughter Rachel is about the same age and she comes from our generation, writes about a few more modern topics. So I did really like this the first time I read it. But there's a couple of sections in here that I would like to reread in 2020, so I make sure that I'm working towards the financial things. The last book is kind of a fun one. I got this as a birthday gift from my husband. It is Mini Makeovers, Easy Way to Transform Every Room. I will still be working on decorating our house in 2020, so I'm excited to read this and get a few kind of fun creative ideas that I can incorporate into our house. Well, there you have it. That is my 2020 reading list. Go ahead and comment below if there are any of these books that interest you or if you have any questions about them. I'd be so happy to help answer them. Comment below with one of the books that you are going to read in 2020, and I can't wait to read them. Thank you so much for tuning in for this video. Make sure you stay tuned to this channel in January. I have 8 videos coming all about 2020 resolutions. I'm going to be covering topics such as health, money, organization, productivity, non-toxic living, and more. Each video is going to give you tons of helpful resources, tips, tricks, hacks, whatever you want to call them, so that you can attack your goals in 2020. Subscribe so you do not miss a single one of those videos. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely great day. Thanks.